Is it directly, is it really all the way on the lateral aspect?
No.
It's slightly posterior, correct?
Right.
So when we do our joint lobe, we need to know that the fibula is slightly posterior. So I can't, we're going to do an anterior posterior glide. It's just know that my anterior posterior glide's more this way and not
At an angle.
it's not straight this way, but it's on an angle. Yes. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. So according to our sheet here, people have your sheet. If I want to increase plantar flexion, or what move, if I do plantar flexion, how is this fibula going to move when I go into plantar flexion? If I go, it's going to go posterior a little bit and down. When I go into dorsiflexion, it's going to move anterior and proximal, or up, superior. So move superior. So you can see there is a little bit of play. Inversion, eversion, if the foot is going inversion, if you see that, it should go down, or distal, and the head should go distally. In which direction? Anterior or posterior?
Wait, if you're going inversion or
Inversion.
inversion anterior.
It's going to move
Posterior
and distal. Posterior, it's going to go slightly back, and then if I do eversion, it's going to come out. It's going to go proximal and anterior.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I got it.
The glide is basically anterior posterior, and we're probably going to work on both. So, Ryan, I think I saw that you had shorts on. Where's Ryan? There, come on up here. Work on the left tip fibula. So I have to know my anatomy. That's why we went over it. I'm going to know that pure lateral, that's not where the head of the fibula is. It's posterior, and I can grab it. I can grab the head. So basically, I'm going to have some type of stabilization on the tibia. I'm kind of like we did with the ulna and radius, where I grab the head of the radius and the radial head to do my glide. I'm kind of going to try to use my palm when I'm doing a posterior glide, and use my fingers, try not to dig in when I'm doing a posterior glide. So I find the head, boom, I've got it, and then I'm stabilizing the tibia, and I'm just moving back and forth. And I am going to do a sustained glide, and there's no way to really distract. So you're just going to have to think about the angle going in this way. Okay? So I've got the head, palm is on the head, my fingers are, the index finger, middle finger is really on the head, and I'm pushing with my palm, hold 30 seconds, 28, 29, 30, and then a posterior glide, hold 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay?
So for posterior, you're just kind of pushing down towards the pad.
Pulling this way. Okay? Make sense? Perfect. Did anyone feel or not feel an anterior talofib ligament when you were mobing? Oh, I was going to say, Ryan, sit with your leg supine. Well, I sprain their ankle if I'm doing a subtalar mob. Because here's the anterior talofib goes here. The calcaneofib leg, and then this one is the posterior talofib
all the
ligament.
ligaments.
Okay. So if this is torn, but if I stabilize it right, if I stabilize the talus and I'm moving this, I should be okay. But if we're doing like, if I, listen, when we do range of motion, we take our goniometer and I take you into inversion. If I do the whole foot into inversion, now I'm putting that, you can see that's on stretch. That's when I can sprain the ankle. And I told a couple people, when I sprained my ankle one time, I went in to have x-ray because I was thinking about getting that Christian Schnipp surgery, and they were I was living in Minneapolis at the time, and the orthopedic surgeon for the Minnesota Vikings was going to do the surgery. So they were taking an X-ray from here, and the tech put me on a stretch like this, and when he did it, he sprained my ankle, and it hurt. And when it smacked him, it hurt really bad. And so you got to be careful. Oh yeah, let's see how much inversion you have, and you go boom, and you do it again, especially if they're still kind of in the acute, early subacute phase. I don't want to. If I do it, I want to be very slow, very gentle. Do you feel anything? Yeah, it's starting to hurt. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. And then I can take my measurement for goniometry. Okay. Same thing with the eversion. Usually, it's not an eversion sprain. 85, 90% of the time, it's an inversion sprain. Okay. So just know your anatomy. You're not going to have any problem with those lateral ligaments to maintain proper alignment. If these are torn, you're going to be able to do that mode. Okay. All right. Let's do the